You know, there's a certain game that I used to play back in the heyday of DOS gaming called Hugo's House of Horrors. I found it in one of those collections of games, you know, the one that had multiple games in it, like mega games and a ton of games. I thought it was a very interesting game, albeit a challenging one. But how to describe it? It's kind of like King's Quest. No, not the one for PS3, but close. The old King's Quest, you know, floppy disk? Okay, probably not ringing a bell for you. So you had to use the arrow keys, and there was a little black box on the bottom that you had to type an action in it. Most of the time you had to have something ready, or you're dead. So I stumbled across this game in one of the collection of games that I was just recently playing, and I thought, why not revisit a classic horror title for DOS? I hope you guys are ready, because this is going to be one weird, bumpy ride. Hugo's House of Horrors. Alright, starring Hugo! Alright, controls are simple. We're just going to get this out of the way. Use the arrow keys to move, and to do anything else, you have to type an action you want Hugo to do here in this black. The story goes, you have to find your missing girlfriend who went babysitting in this house. Now, we just have to get in real fast. Oh geez, it's locked. So what do we do now? Well, remember the black bar? Well, let's just save the trouble. It's in the pumpkin. How do you get the key? Well, remember the black bar down there on the screen? Yeah, we're going to be using this a lot. So you have to type in a command here, and there's going to be a lot of spelling errors here. So just be patient. So you have to take the key. And what do? You have to unlock the door. Oh my god, just grab the key already! This is what I mean. We need patience. Patience is a virtue, and I am not a virtuous guy right now. Take the key! Okay, finally we have the key. Now we need to unlock the door. Now once we unlock the door, we have to open the door. And hope to God he walks his slow ass in there. The game was released back in 1990 by Grey Design Associates, and if you don't know who Grey Design Associates are, well, you're just like me, because I haven't the faintest idea either. I have been on their website, and they promote jigsaw puzzles as well as purchasing the Hugo series, but how they got from Hugo to the jigsaw puzzles, I just don't want to know. But what I do know is that there are 3 other sequels. Hugo 2, Whodunit, Hugo 3, Jungle of Doom, and the last one that some consider the 4th sequel, Nightmare 3D. But let's not stray off too far from this game. Like I said before, the controls are very simple. The tricky part is always having something typed in the action bar. You never know when certain death is around the corner. The game is supposed to have comedy in it, but I haven't found anything that really stands out and makes me chuckle. I really don't think that the creator David Gray really intended for the dog in the storage room to be one of the most talked about characters in the game. I mean, seriously, look at this dog. It looks like something chewed him up and spit him out. Haha, look at me, I'm using my imagination. The one thing I want to talk about in this game is the graphics. What's up with Hugo's color? Is he sunburned or something? And what's up with the purple pants? I mean, did everybody walk around with purple pants? I mean, even Igor has purple underwear on. He seems like an overly happy guy that happens to be in a haunted house and doesn't give 2 fucks if he dies or not. Maybe he has the mindset of, oh hey, if I die knowing I did my best, then I can die happy. There's not much in the way of story. Your girlfriend, Penelope, has decided to take a job in babysitting, and her first job is in the creepy house down the street. She's been gone on this job for way too long, and you, Hugo, suspect she's been kidnapped. So now it's up to you to try and rescue her. The major flaw, and it's the only one, is that if you miss any item or mess up in any way, then it's game over. This scene here in the dining room is the most famous to me, and if you walk in without the mask, then you cannot proceed any further. You have to enter the dining room with the mask on, so you can receive the most important item, the chop. I really do love the dining room scene here where all the monsters show up. You can't interact with them, but they seem to be enjoying a meal just like everyone else does. Let's just hope it's not your girlfriend they're serving. After you've received the chop, make sure your action bar has the correct action rating because death is imminent. Oh no, it's the dog! I've already talked about the dog, so there's really no need to go further into why he's there, for the fact he's guarding a secret trapdoor under the rugs. Oops. The hardest parts in this game is the mummy and the old man sitting at the pier. With the mummy, there is a certain way you have to make the mummy come after you in order to get away from him and get the treasure. Wait, what does that say? Gotcha? Doesn't he mean gotcha? After you've run away from the mummy, you come to a boat and sway away to the old man at the pier. This is the other hard part of the game. The old man will ask you a series of 7 questions, and he's only going to take your first answer, so you have to think very carefully. The first 3 are based on books, and I'm not sure about the others. I had to look up a guide for some of these answers, like, what is a pan-galactic gargle blaster? Yeah, if you get one wrong, then it is game over. After you answer all of his questions, then you can go past him and go to the next area. I think that right there is Igor's cousin, Patrick Starr. This guy won't move at all. You can't talk to him or fight him. Not that you couldn't find any other monsters, but I mean, you're all out of options except for one. You have to give him all of your treasure. Oh look, you have found and rescued your sweetheart Penelope. Congratulations. Good job, you've beaten the game! You know, Hugo's House of Horror really isn't that bad of a game. Now don't get me wrong, it has one major flaw. If you make any kind of mistake in the game, you're dead. And unless you have your game saved, then it's restart the entire game all over again. Now, the game itself is really short, and if you have memorized everything, you could have this game completed in a mere 10 minutes. And if you've played DOS games before, then you have a sense of what you're getting into. The graphics are quite colorful for the time, and for the way of music, well, there's not very much. But if you are new to DOS gaming, then you might not have the patience for this game. Don't get me wrong, it's a very fun game to play. All in all, Hugo's House of Horrors is retro approved. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.